What's good with y'all? You know what it is. It's your boy, the chosen one. God's chosen son. Back at it again, man. And today's topic. We as men and women need to understand each other better, bro. Like, it needs to really be like classes that we both take to understand each other's psyche and whatnot. Now, before I get into speaking on this, I just want to say, man, you know, people may come over here and think certain things, have certain, notions about the content and whatnot. I already know people in my real life think this. I done got stuff saying like, well, you must hate women, misogynist, da-da-da-da-da, all of this type of stuff, bro. I want to let my stance be known. I'm for marriage and family, bro. And with that being the case, I cannot look around and see my peers, my environment in the world that I grew up in and I live in, and not speak against the wickedness that both men and women do, and that the devil is using us against each other to do in order to break the family structure, bro. That's why I'm going to keep on continue to talk about the mind meets. I'm going to keep continuing to talk about the typicals, because if we can't point out the flaws and what's going on in a world where all Satan does in the system is validated, then how can we expect to bring people to the voice of reason? So, man, like I said, I'm for family, bruh. I'm for people starting families. I'm for people living and multiplying, because that's what God is for. I'm for marriage, being sanctified and tied in a committed relationship with you, your partner, and God. Raising children, and for children to have their mothers and their fathers. So if people want to call that wicked, woe to them, right? Anyway, getting into the topic. Man, men and women both need to understand each other better, bro. We need to make, if you want to be in a good relationship, a successful relationship, a successful partnership, a marriage, you don't want to be a broken home. You have to be able to understand your counterpart. I'm going to start with men this time, bro. As a man myself, let me give some quick background and some experience, or some of my experiences, bro. I used to be closed off. I didn't care too much when a woman wanted me to go and buy flowers and do all of this cute stuff. I saw it as pointless. I'm like, bro, it's bigger things to be done, right? I would if I felt a certain type of way, as men, a lot of the times we shell off, we close off, we don't want to talk about, we don't want to be vulnerable, bruh. What I'm gonna tell y'all men out there, you should be able to be vulnerable with your woman. Now, I'm not saying to be vulnerable with every woman, but I'm saying you should be able to be vulnerable with your woman. So if you know it's a woman you can't get vulnerable with, you probably shouldn't choose to deal with her, right? If you think she's gonna spill your beans, you probably shouldn't choose to deal with her. But you should be able to relinquish some of the stress we carry on our shoulders to your woman. It's nothing wrong with being vulnerable. I used to think doing all of these little gestures was pointless. But what I came to learn about women, that stuff matters. It matters. No, in this world we live in, don't spoil her. Don't go dumb. Validation has to be earned. We're going to have a video on that too. But women crave attention. That's why they stay on the social, bro. The problem is now that most women, they going overboard with it. They junkies for it. But knowing that women crave attention as her man, as her provider, as her husband, you are responsible for giving that to her. Love is more than just rules and standards and stipulations. It's physical stuff too, bruh. And I used to think all of this stuff was vain, but it matters, bro. That's how they're wired. That's how they're wired, bro. So yeah, you should do for your woman. Don't spam. You know, don't spam. Don't get to spamming. Don't treat her. Don't treat her like she the best thing on the planet. You know, you still got a purpose to chase, but it has to be balanced, bro. You know, as far as the mind meats go, they're just steady, constantly. They are a poison and a cancer to real men, bro. Because you just keep poisoning the well. If any mind meats watching, y'all got to stop. Y'all got to stop. Y'all have to understand women, bro, and understand that if you keep defiling them. Yeah, I know women these days is going, but you can choose to say no to the sex, bro. You keep defiling them, you're ruining their chance of parabonding, bro. And we as men are the lead, bro. So it start with us. All of that OnlyFans stuff, this going and stuff has to go. You have to understand that women, when it comes to sex and soul ties, they don't work the same as us, bro. And every time you go out there, you think it's cool to just sleep with whoever daughter, it's harmless. No. You actually ruining her. As men, we gotta take the lead, and we gotta start denying ourselves as well as them the sexual pleasures. If it means it's gonna be on some casual stuff, bring standards back. Moving on to the women, bruh. As women, y'all have to understand when a man is on some correcting stuff. When a man is being the voice of reason, he's not there. Just because he's not always validating your emotions doesn't mean he doesn't care about you. It's actually the opposite. A man is going to tell you the truth, tell you where you're wrong, give you correction. Is a man that truly cares about you and loves you. A man is going to tell you about your friends, is going to tell you about your family members. Yeah, they shiesty. Is a man who truly cares. A man who truly cares. Why? Because the people who don't care about you, that friend group that you have, yeah, they're gonna tell you, yeah, why is he not bending to your will? They single. What do they know about having a husband, having a man? A lot of the time, you're single, buddy. Y'all need to start taking advice from women that have accolades, that have successful relationships, bruh. Stop listening to your friends. You also had to understand as men how we work. We're one-track minded a lot of the time, bro. We are just oblivious. Like, real talk. Like, we don't do good with multitasking. So when y'all be talking to us a lot of the time, it's like, and we doing something at the same time, which men we gotta start learning to sit down and listen to. But when we doing something, it's like, it's not that I'm not trying to hear you or nothing. I just got something going on. And I can only, my man brain only allows me to focus on one task, bruh. You know, also understanding boundaries and distance. We enjoy physical intimacy. We enjoy that. We enjoy being laid up and stuff like that. I know I do. But at the same time, we enjoy our peace. And sometimes peace comes with being alone, comes with having space. A lot of women in this time frame, y'all don't understand men have boundaries. We not here to be put 100% of the time to please y'all. So understand, men have boundaries. If a man tells you, I just want to be alone right now, I'm just chilling, don't take it personal. Do not take it personal. And if you really want to know why, ask him after it's done. Give him his space. A lot of the times we don't react instantaneously because we're not based off of emotion. Sometimes we need to think about what we want to say. And that thinking can take a day, 2 days, a week. Sometimes, sometimes we just have to think. And also go to God. So yeah, man, I advise everybody who's watching, type in on YouTube or whether you man or woman, type in on YouTube or Google, how does the male brain work in a situation like this? How does the female brain work? We need to start educating ourselves on this stuff. Because a lot of people, they just going around acting like they know everything. Well, just because of my experience, this is what men do, this is what women do. It's a lot of men out here that think it's no good women at all. That's not true. It's a lot of women out here that think it's no good men. That's not true. You just haven't humbled yourself enough to see past yourself. Why we can't understand each other is because the people who aren't willing to understand are people that won't humble themselves. They don't even understand themselves. They think they have all the answers. None of us have all the answers. Hell, God's chosen son don't even have all the answers. I'm just doing what the Spirit leads me to do. But you had to have some humility and be like, all right, I'm about to take the time to listen. And I'm listening to understand. I'm not listening just to hear so I can respond, which is what most people do. You gotta listen to understand. With all of that being said, it's your boy, the chosen one, God's chosen son. I'm signing out, baby.